as a significant shift towards ensuring that no Nigerian child was denied education because of disability or developmental challenges. Speaking at the ceremony, UBEC Executive Secretary Dr. Aisha Garuba, represented by the Deputy Executive Secretary Technical, Mr. Razak Akiemi, said the reforms were aimed at reversing decades of exclusion that had left thousands of children with disabilities outside the classroom or unable to realize their full academic potentials. As Nigeria joins the rest of the world to commemorate this year's World Hepatitis Day, health experts have called for increased public awareness, early testing, and vaccination to curb the spread of the disease. The expert made the call in separate interviews with Radio Nigeria in Ibadan. An infectious disease specialist, Dr. Babatunde Ogunbosi, explained that hepatitis spread through different routes depending on the type of virus involved, including contaminated food and water at contact with infected blood and unprotected sexual intercourse. Dr. Ogunbosi noted that the tools required to eliminate viral hepatitis, while already available, stressing that regular testing is essential for early detection and treatment.
Anything that will pierce through the skin or let the blood or fluid from another person get into the next person. And these ones are for hepatitis B and C. Hepatitis D will typically need a person that already has hepatitis B infection for it to take hold on the individual.
Also speaking, an epidemiologist, Dr. Iyabo Karim, urged Nigerians to get tested for hepatitis B and C to ensure prompt treatment and reduced transmission of disease. She also emphasized the importance of administering the hepatitis B vaccine to newborns within 24 hours of birth and ensuring they complete the recommended childhood immunization schedule. The theme for this year's World Hepatitis Day is Hepatitis, Let's Break It Down. In today's Heart of the Matter, an intern from Federal University of Oye-Ekiti, Kehinde Saleh, examines the theme of this year's World Hepatitis Day. Let's break it down.
World Hepatitis Day is observed annually on July 28 to raise awareness about hepatitis, a disease that continues to pose a major public health challenge worldwide. The day serves as a reminder that millions of people are living with hepatitis, many of whom remain unaware of their condition. The theme for this year's day, Hepatitis, Let's Break It Down, calls for greater understanding of the disease and the removal of barriers that prevent people from accessing prevention, testing, and treatment services. It also encourages the simplification of conversations around hepatitis by presenting accurate health information in ways that everyone can understand and act upon. Hepatitis is an inflammation of the liver, a vital organ responsible for filtering toxins, processing nutrients, producing essential proteins, and supporting digestion. According to global health authorities, millions of people are affected by different forms of viral hepatitis, leading to serious illness, liver cirrhosis, liver cancer, and preventable deaths every year. One of the greatest concerns surrounding hepatitis is its silent nature. Many people can live with the infection for years without knowing they are infected, thereby increasing their risk of severe liver damage while unknowingly exposing others to infection. When symptoms eventually appear, they may include fatigue, fever, nausea, loss of appetite, abdominal pain, dark urine, and yellowing of the skin and eyes, commonly known as jaundice. The burden of hepatitis is not limited to any particular country or region. It affects people of all ages and backgrounds, making it a global health concern. In Nigeria, limited public awareness, inadequate screening, and delayed diagnosis continue to hinder efforts to reduce the prevalence of the disease. Sadly, many people only seek medical attention after serious complications have developed. The encouraging news is that hepatitis can be prevented. Vaccination against hepatitis B remains one of the most effective preventive measures available. Good personal hygiene, safe blood transfusions, proper infection control practices in healthcare facilities and responsible health behaviors also play vital roles. Early testing and prompt treatment can significantly reduce the risk of severe liver disease and save lives. The observance of World Hepatitis Day should therefore be seen as not merely an annual event, but as a call to action for governments, healthcare institutions, communities, and individuals alike. Greater investment in public awareness campaigns is essential to ensure that more people understand the causes, symptoms, prevention, and treatment of hepatitis. Government agencies and healthcare providers must strengthen screening centers, improve access to vaccination, and ensure that treatment services are affordable and accessible to everyone who needs them. Stakeholders also have vital roles to play in breaking down the myths and reduce the stigma by encouraging people to seek testing and medical advice without fear or discrimination. As this year's theme rightly suggests, breaking down hepatitis means breaking down ignorance, misinformation, barriers to healthcare, and stigma through sustained awareness, effective prevention, early diagnosis, timely treatment, and collective commitment. A future free from the devastating effects of hepatitis is within reach.
That script on the theme of this year's World Hepatitis Day, Let's Break It Down, was written by an intern from Federal University of Oye Ekiti, Kende Sale. It was read by Niyi Downsy. And a bid to reduce the rate of maternal and child mortality in Oyo State, the Rotary Club of Ibadan Gold, in collaboration with Just Charity Foundation, has donated maternity and newborn kits to Jericho Specialist Hospital, Ibadan. Speaking during the presentation, the president of the Rotary Club of Ibadan Gold, Rotarian Tracy Oloyede, said the donation was done in commemoration of Rotary International's Maternal and Child Health Month, with a view to tackling the high rate of women and children who die during childbirth.
This is the month of maternal and child health. This is the particular month. We reach out to our mothers and unborn child. And we have lots in the bag. The bag is so loaded. We also have for the hospital too. We have baby wears, we have diaper, we have contour, we have spirit, we have Macintosh, we have cord clamp inside, and some other things.
Also speaking, the Chairman Board of Trustees of Just Charity Foundation, Mr. Johnson Bino, said the two organizations were committed to humanitarian services, providing support for the sick, vulnerable families and low-income earners.
We want to bring it down. We want to beat the rate at which women die, children die at childbirth. So that's why we decided to partner with Rotary Club of Ibadan, because this is a very good cause they are doing.
Two of the beneficiaries, Mrs. Folakemi Oladeji and Mrs. Toyin Adebayo, said the kit will go a long way in relieving the financial burdens of expectant mothers. You're on to the news at 11 on Premier FM 93.5 from the stable of Radio Nigeria. This day in 2022, the Commonwealth Games kicked off in Birmingham, England. Osun State residents have been cautioned not to sell their voter cards or their vote as the state governorship election draws nearer. The state governor and candidate of the Accord, Senator Ademola Adeleke, gave this warning at a rally at Okela, Ifedayo local government area of the state. Governor Adeleke reminded residents that their voter card was the power to elect candidate of their choice, and also cautioned politicians against vote buying. The All Progressive Congress APC governorship candidate in Oyo State, Senator Sharafdeen Ali, has given an assurance that all grievances within the party fold will be resolved before the general election. Senator Ali gave the assurance during a media interactive session organized by the Nigerian Union of Journalists (NUJ) Oyo State Council held at Dakbo Adiroba Hall, NUJ Press Center, Iyagoku, Ibadan. Senator Ali, who acknowledges that some aspirants who contested the party governorship ticket with him are aggrieved, said he has personally begun to reach out to them and other aggrieved members to complement the efforts of the reconciliation committee set up by the party leadership in the state. Earlier, in an address of welcome, the NUJ chairman of Oyo State Council, Comrade Akim Abbas, stressed that the union remained politically neutral and would continue to set the agenda for all political sectors ahead of the general elections. The founder of Folorunsho Adisa Welfare Initiative and Afford Humanitarian Foundation, Princess Omolara Folorunsho, has declared support for the governorship candidate of the Allied People's Movement (APM) in Oyo State, Mr. Abimbola Adekombi, declaring her support during distribution of food items to widows in Ibadan. Princess Folorunsho described Mr. Adekombi as a well-nurtured leader whose upbringing reflects in his daily life and dealings with people. According to her, the APM candidate embodies the values of humility, service, and integrity that Oyo State needs to consolidate on the gains recorded in the last two administrations. She said the performance of Governor Seyi Makinde for 2 terms has laid a solid foundation for the state which Mr. Adekombi will build on. The philanthropist said distribution of foodstuffs worth millions of naira to widows selected across all local government areas in Oyo State is intended to cushion hardship and support vulnerable families. Firefighters are racing to control wildfires near Madrid and Bordeaux as another heat wave hit both Spain and France, according to reports. Temperatures will reach 39 Celsius this week in the Spanish capital in southwest France, with no rain forecast until at least Friday this week. Early testing and diagnosis can save life. Let's prioritize regular medical checkup. To end the news at 11 on Premier FM 93.5, the top story again. Universal Basic Education Commission (UBEC) has unveiled a comprehensive national framework designed to transform inclusive learning across Nigeria's basic education system. Osun State Governor and candidate of Accord, Senator Ademola Adeleke, has cautioned residents not to sell their vote card